Tribe. Welcome back. It's me again, Mr. Hall, author, founder, healer, conscious systems architect, ethical, kink, and taboo content creator and educator. Excuse me, spiritual burp there. If you're familiar and you've been watching the channel, you recognize what a spiritual burp is. If you're unfamiliar, go ahead and do some research. Either way, as soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel. Titles are irrelevant. I'm just here to give you confirmation of what your intuition or what you've been picking up intuitively by pattern recognition, whatever context you'd like to use within human experience and existence. And then also, reality is still catching up to define specifically what I am, and I am because we are unexplainable and undeniable. Now, what I've been picking up and channeling throughout this day, the readings are timeless if we're still looking at time in a linear perspective, okay? As these videos and readings all begin to interconnect and have some subconscious activation and message for you. Now, what I've been picking up is a lot of corruption being brought to a forehead. Corruption around identity theft, around fraud, around adult entertainment industries, the entertainment industries, and this is happening globally within politics, almost every foundational pillar of reality and society, okay? Everything is being caught up, okay? So I'm picking up that karma is being rebalanced and those in Dharma are stepping into that space, all right? I'm picking up many different forms of psychological abuse, mental abuse, dark psychology, spiritual warfare, just heavy, dense energies really coming to a head in Scorpio season, as we are in Scorpio season when this video is being posted. Now, with this, I'm picking up that the collective may have called their power back, realized their place in the situations that are occurring, all right, as we're not seeing in the dualistic nature of good versus evil or righteous versus evil, good versus bad, black and white, right? There are nuances, and we're picking up on all of these different nuances and the interconnection between all of this, right? And the ways that destinies have been swapped, individuals that are to be in places of power and support and healing or being completely healed have been having that taken away from them, siphoned away through vampiric energies, right? So a lot of the misuse of knowledge, right? Power, the misuse of knowledge and power being brought to the forefront, okay? How can you protect yourself from something you didn't know? And I'm also picking up higher dimensional frequencies and energies and different government bodies and organized bodies, macro to micro, stepping in to really assist and channel this energy divinely, right? And if any of that resonated, then this reading may be for you, and that's a bigger confirmation for you, right? If you've gone through any type of toxic family, toxic relationship, toxic friends, toxic work relationships, if you've been identified as a chosen one, if you've been identified as a healer, right? Again, these readings are simply to provide context for this human experience, as we are all spirit having the human experience and more. And if you have not had those near-death experiences, if you have not had a connection with the divine, if you have not had a connection with your higher self, yourself, whatever you would define as God, as above, so below, right? Within whatever practice you lean towards, okay, if any at all, you're included and welcome into this space, okay, as we practice omnism and animism here. If those words are unfamiliar to you, you can do some research, or again, click the link in the bio, and I'll go ahead and look into doing a reading for you. Now, either way, I'm picking up entire cities, states, towns in the Western world being completely obliterated due to the amounts of corruption and abuse that have been taking place, okay? And we're separating away from the language of abuse and trauma. This war has already been won if we wanted to look at it as a win or lose, right? But what's happening is a rebalancing of consciousness and frequency, okay? The densities, I'm picking up density changing, density around knowledge, density around the language that we're able to hold, have space for, okay? So a lot with communication coming in, okay? You really getting intuitive hits, you really tapping into your psychic gifts, abilities, new ways to measure time, tapping into quantum physics. I'm tapping into theoretical sciences, now becoming empirical sciences, and the blending of both, okay? Divine, masculine, and feminine energies. I'm picking up that groups are in complete panic, okay? Because for years, things have been in one way of holding specific frequencies, and the frequencies have shifted. You've stepped into your God mode, you've stepped into your divine mode, you've stepped into your power, you're speaking freely, you are embracing this healed warrior aspect, okay? Aspect of you, regardless of gender, all right? But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grab some cards as well, and let's see what they want to tell us. I'm also seeing and viewing the patterns of the patterns of structure are changing and being redefined. That's a good way to put it. The patterns of structure are being redefined and changed. Okay, so let me grab the cards and I'll be right back. Even down to these hand symbolisms, okay, the Shakti, chakra, okay, I'm picking up Hawaiian energy, also could be Luciferian energy, depending on where you are on the spectrum and the perspective, all right? Also on the spectrum, some neurodivergencies now being identified more clearly and accurately, and also misdiagnoses as well. I'm picking up power of attorney as well also, okay? Things that were hidden are being completely unveiled, all right? And so it's sending shockwaves and ripple effects through technology, through individual groups, through yourself, through others, okay? An evolution taking place, similar to a revolution, the AI technology revolution, but also a evolution of the species. All right, bear with me. Let me go ahead and grab the cards. You also may have been experiencing some delays, okay, or some perceived delays, as everything is in divine order. All right, so these may be confirmations for you, okay? You may be seeing sacred symbols or understanding the symbolism behind things that would appear one way in the flesh, okay? So sacred symbology, all right? I'm also picking up the Sacred Spirit Oracle deck, all right? Angels and ancestors, okay? You may be connecting with your angels and ancestors. You may be connecting with some forms of sacred spirits, depending on where your lineage is as a human being, what backgrounds you come from, voodoo, hoodoo, Obeah, Santeria, okay? All of these different practices may be speaking to you or calling your attention now. Also the Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue. So Doreen may be a significant name, Rockpool, Marcella, okay? These may be significant names, Kyle, okay, as well, all right? So I'm starting off with the angels and ancestors. So this is where they want to get the message across to you. Okay, Snake, you're being guided to shed old skin. Okay, you're being guided to go through some transmutation energy and be receptive to this transformation with the symbols of these triangles pointing downwards and alchemical symbolism. So you may be stepping into some type of alchemy, some type of alchemy. So chemici. Someone's name may be that, okay, or that may be a place, chemici. Bear with me. Let's go ahead, and that may also be a channeled message. So you're picking up on channeled messages, right? When your words are not coming out, okay? So something about coming out, being open with your shedding of the skin, okay? Not feeling so vulnerable, being open and out and proud, okay? So this can be relating to the LGBT community if you find yourself on anywhere, find parts of yourself anywhere within that spectrum, okay? So big on spectrums, big on restructuring foundations, big on rebalancing karmic scales, okay? If we look at karma or believe in or practice those things, depending on where you are within the human consciousness and this human experience, okay? All of this is context, confirmation. You are your own best guide. If anything is not resonating yet, go ahead and do some research. Click the link above in the bio, book a session with me. Selectively, I will do sessions, okay? And if it's not resonating, then go ahead and share it with someone that does, okay? If this language, I've already lost you, all right? But this is not a better than or less than perspective, right? It's simply that you may want to do some further research to be in tune with frequencies, okay? So I'm also picking up star ancestors. So you may be this star ancestor because in the past, it looks like you shed some type of skin, okay? You're stepping into this star ancestor energy, okay? This sage energy of the elder, okay? And becoming this animal guardian. So you're becoming the ancestors now is essentially what I'm picking up, right? And if you look at the previous videos, I did mention this as well. So really becoming the animal guardian, trusting your instincts, okay? Allowing yourself to embody all of these different aspects of you, being happy, being a guide, being angry, being upset, being sad, allowing the emotions to emote, right? Energy moving through you and not encapsulating or contextualizing yourself into one box, right? Being the elder and the sage, okay? Changing and breaking ancestral patterns, all right? Being able to communicate interdimensionally through devices like technology, through your words, through your hearing, through your actions, through you existing, right? So moving beyond ancestral patterns, okay? Your elders are letting you know that you have the green light, okay? This green energy all around you with this flush, this So something about flushing shit down the toilet, okay, getting rid of something, and flushing away and purifying yourself away from anything that is impeding your sageness, right? Your ability to be devoted and committed to your life path, your true north, okay? And really taking accountability for yourself and allowing you to feel empowered, right? The aspects of yourself to feel empowered in expressing your truth, in facing things head on, in being able to address abuse, trauma. I'm just picking up on these levels and layers of such dense emotional, mental, spiritual work, intellectual work, okay? EQ, IQ, SQ, all right? These may be significant for you. So something about the sciences, really breaking down the science of being human outside of the societal definitions and contexts and labels, okay? Allowing yourself to find your happiness, your true north, what makes you shine, especially globally as we are experiencing all of these changes happening at once, okay? Through all levels of society, consciousness, and understanding. What's coming to mind now as well, you may have had contact with extraterrestrial beings, interdimensional beings, been in some form of contact with non-human intelligences as well, really picking up some type of mind control, MK Ultra programs, okay, Blue Beam project programs. If you're unfamiliar with those, go do some research on these CIA released documents, okay? And in relation to any governments or any leaderships around the globe, MI6, okay, FBI, CSI, NSA, CSI, okay? So, criminal service investigation. So something about that. There may be new laws being implemented around the way that we have security as a species, individually and collectively, okay? I'm picking up the Intergalactic Council as well. But right now, I'll digress. The energy comes very quickly. So I'm picking up just something around your communication and you being able to feel through any lies, deception, illusions, all right? So I'm really picking up this strengthening of discernment, okay? Around your self-worth, your identity, what you're communicating, how you're being perceived, and how you are allowing yourself to perceive specifically yourself, okay? In the grander scheme, broader scheme of things, and also in the lower vibrational essences, okay? Really allowing your ego to help you stand your ground, okay? And when we hear the word ego, what I'm picking up to mention is when we hear the word ego, we think of stuck up, stubborn, full of yourself, all of these negative contexts related to the ego. However, in this instance, your ego is helping you to know what you are worth, what you deserve, how to balance that with empathy, okay? Balancing the divine masculine and feminine energies, allowing yourself to be proud of who you are, allowing yourself to love on you, allowing yourself to give yourself grace, okay? Give yourself understanding for what you didn't understand or know before, right? And shield mating. So in the near future, you're being guided to stand your ground and make plans and focus, okay? With this mountain here, all right? With the stand your ground, the mountain, take a look. And also really pay attention to this mirroring effect that's taking place, okay? I'm picking up you may be getting connected to earth spirits if we see the eye, the nose, the mouth, okay? And the neck and the body, if we're seeing this here. So you may be guided to shift your perspective around something that seems insurmountable or impossible, really only pointing out how possible and real it is to be overcome and accomplished, okay? So tapping into the beast of the issue, okay? The beast within yourself, the power within yourself, the warrior, the shield maiden, okay? Allowing your divine feminine energy, the receptive energy, to be strong as well. Allowing the communication to be strong, diplomatic, and healthy, okay? Because we have this water guardian in reverse. Connect with your emotions. I feel that this tribe is very connected with their emotions, and hence this is in reverse, because something is no longer when I say something, a group, an idea, a concept, a denser energy, is no longer to keep you stuck and bound in any lower frequencies or vibrations, okay? And we can apply this would be applicable to any aspect of the human existence: school, work, family, life, death, understanding, perspectives. So being able to separate your emotions out of any form of manipulation, and you also not being emotionally manipulative, okay? Really being able to recognize these things because you have gone through these things, all right? I'm also picking up something about the Enochian language, so the angelic language as revealed by Dr. John Dee and Edward Kelly. So these names may all have significance, okay? Dr. John, a doctor, someone may be stepping into their doctorate's degree, someone may be literally being seen as a professional within their field in whatever context that is, in art, in music, in language, in literally health, any field, there may be some elucidation or something being uncovered or enlightened about some form of doctor, okay, some type of medicine that has been taking place, you being the medicine, okay. I'm picking up from the Enochian language. Okay, I'll show you these symbols. They may have some significance to you. If you've seen these symbols anywhere through media, your phone, through friends, this is a confirmation as well that you are connecting to the psycho audience, okay? If you're unfamiliar with psycho audience, go ahead and look that up. It's a term, okay? But you're getting more familiar with the way that your angels, your guides, your daemons, your demons, your angels, your divinity communicates with you, how reality is responding to you. Okay, tribe? Okay, something about a transcript, okay? So you may have skipped something over some important documentation that you're being guided to go back and take a look at. May 6th may be significant. So Taurus as well, earth energies, okay? The number 6, balance, okay? And being really in tune with the different perspectives that you have, okay? Something about learning the Enochian alphabet may be significant for you, okay? Knowing and understanding, so previously known elements coming to the forefront. So this is bringing to mind, nothing is literally new. It's being rediscovered and remembered and accessed through the Akashic records and or through the interconnected web of reality that we are all connected through as we have breath within our bodies and souls, okay? So an idea being populated, okay? Something about angelic English. All right, so A names may be significant. All right, so AC/DC, okay, I believe that is a band, but something may be going on with your AC. You may want to check for any type of mold if you're in any region in the world that has humidity. All right, so you may be in a humid climate place. And circling back to all of the past, present, and future in context of these oracle cards. All right, so stepping into Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul, okay? Trusting your instincts and moving beyond ancestral patterns. That's where you are literally now. You were able to shed this skin in the past, okay? Shedding this old skin with the snake card here, and then the elder sage, actually. Okay, so something about you being an elder sage, and also an elder slave coming through, channeling this information. So you may have come from a bloodline that experienced slavery and or were practicing in a past life being the slave master. All right, so these understandings and perspectives of past life and this life ancestry coming to play, okay? And I'll also pick one from the book itself, and we have Stargazer. Yeah, set your sights higher, okay? Go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. We literally mentioned this, right? Seeing something that was insurmountable, okay, as very much possible to accomplish and get done, all right? Really tapping into this energy. Okay, something about being vexed, which is a frustration. So you may be frustrated about something, but your frustrations are coming up to be addressed, okay? Not to overpower you. And it seems that the tribe, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey and understanding of human experience and existence and context and rationale and logics and sense, you're stepping into a place of not allowing these smaller irritations that would overwhelm you or would have overwhelmed you in the perceived past to, you know, you're allowing them to dissipate, okay? No longer feeling stressed. Okay, no longer feeling stressed about the fees, the price that you pay to be great, the price that you pay to stand alone, the price that you pay to stand up for yourself. Okay, you're not worried about being isolated, as being alone is not lonely, right? It's only a perspective around this, right? So the key points, okay, I'm picking up a key. Something may be significant about a literal key, opening a car door, opening a door, opening a portal, opening something, okay? But you being the key to understanding your greatness and unlocking your true potential outside of anything anyone else says, does, or believes, okay? So you being this visionary and this leader. Ooh, the energy is channeling very fast today. Okay. So something about, so something about you putting something off, or you understanding what you need to do, or, okay, that's the move, that's the play, that's how we're going to do it, okay? Yeah, full moon reverse, not waiting for anything not following the moon cycle to wait to make a change, okay? There's a shift happening now. All right, and the shift has been balanced as it's coming up in reverse. This is how I'm picking it up. So there's a balance to your creative energy and the way that you release, okay? And if you do look on any of my pages, you'll see that I posted something about crying and releasing from the soul and what that means as a spiritual and soul being, okay? So the numbers 4 and 2 are very significant. The number 42, okay? 4, 5, 6, also breaking down into a 6. Okay, so something about 69, 666, 999, you may have been seeing those numbers, but there's a shift that's taking place and it's going to be a release for you over this full moon that's upcoming, okay? this next full moon, there may have been some type of death magic or spiritual practices that were being set up and you were possibly subjugated to prior to your knowledge and further understanding of them. Okay. I'm picking up a lot of erratic energy. Okay. I'm picking up a lot of erratic, free-flowing energy, almost as though it's a current, okay? So picture, I'm seeing an electric eel sending shockwaves of energy through the ocean, all right? So your vibration in existence is shnigdig. Someone may speak like this, okay? I believe that has context. Shigdig. All right, something being okay. I'm seeing Diglett from the Pokemon series, okay? So something about digging into something, getting to the bottom, to the root cause of something. I'm also picking up unearthing something, okay? So an earthworm coming in. So these, okay, transmute and reverse again. So you've transmuted some energy. You no longer need to keep going through this cycle of shedding your skin over and over and over and over and over, okay? I'm picking up that you're moving forward through and with and beyond this. Okay, you're in alignment with time. Okay, I'm picking up now that time is moving in relation to your understanding of it. Okay, it's understanding of you, right? You gaining time that you believe you've lost, you regaining perspective in what friendship means. Okay, so time being on your side, you're not out of time for anything. Okay, and any type of psychic blocks, okay, if there were any projections of evil eye, jealousy, anything negative, those psychic energies, okay, those mental energies from the astral are being blocked. All right, you have a clear pathway to really align with what you need, and you're being guided to take some form of action. Okay, as I see meditation reversed with the mudra. Okay, yeah, so there may have been some Luciferian magic taking place, as well as we see the symbolism of Lucifer on this pentacle. So something, okay, this past full moon, there may have been some type of ritual work taking place to block your money, block your finances, block your physical prosperity, all right? And you are also releasing this need to be materialistic at this time, okay? Yeah, some type of, so there was attempting, okay, there was something attempting to keep you ungrounded, possibly get you off of this earth, literally, practically, physically, all right? But this growth, keeping you in this pattern of constantly being in a loop, all right? The numbers 4, the numbers 84, 48, 40, 70, 19, 16, and 15 may be significant. Okay, so 6, 15, 15 on your 6, watch your back. I'm picking up, but either way, you're stepping into power, and these are the sacred symbol oracle decks. Now, if you've been seeing any of these symbols, they may be a very significant confirmation for you. Okay, this is the Egyptian symbol, all right? The crown, I believe, of Horus. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. Okay, meditate, all right? So this came up in reverse though. So you having that finishing touch, okay, as the symbolism is here. This may also be related to gang symbolism. You want to be on the lookout for this as well. All right, so something about that gang, there may be an issue there within that group, all right? Friendship and time, okay? Really changing your relationship with time is what I'm picking up here. Friendship and time. You can take a look at the cards. These may be confirmations for you and have activators in there subconsciously. But getting out of this growth cycle, okay, and stepping into growth linearly, stepping into growth divinely orchestrated growth, okay, stepping out of this loop. I'm also picking up with this Venn diagram that we see representing the psychic connection between mind, body, and spirit, right? I'm also seeing it connecting into an eye-opening experience, the center of the Venn diagram, okay? You creating new space, okay? A mix of this and that and more, right? A mix, this, that, and more, okay? And more, all right? So significance around the colors of these cards as well. Really tapping into your psychic natures, okay? You were able to remove any blocks around your earthly progress, okay? This is being cleared up. You have clear communication as well. The air element is on your side. The numbers 2 and 8, 8, 9, 10, 10. So new beginnings, infinite, okay? So an infinite new beginning is available to you now that you were able to communicate effectively, stand up for yourself, add depth in context, depth and context to the perspective that you have been attempting previously to understand about yourself, others, or a complex situation. I'm picking up, but you were able to succeed in moving forward with this. I'm picking up federal investigations. I'm picking up a rapture. So depending on where you fall into any religious context of spirituality and or understanding spiritualism or omnism, animism, I'm picking up some form of rapture taking place for groups that have been feeding off of you for a long time. So beautiful job, tribe, okay? This is nice. Yeah, your divine will. Let go of fear. You are able to let go of fear. You have possibly had, like I said, an extraterrestrial experience, a near-death experience, and or some experience that has led you to open your eyes to different gifts and gifts and abilities that are beautiful. I wanted to say beautifully. Okay, let's make that a word. Anyway, galactic healer, okay, the number 17, 7 and 8, abundance. So you really picking up on these transmissions from this card. I'm seeing, okay, this is going to be activating for someone, all right? You're going to be picking this up. I'm picking up on this capacity to see within and between realms. Wow. Oh man, this is an activator for someone. Let me show that to you again. Excuse me, spiritual release. This is activating. So depending on how you would look at this card, you can see the eyes having such an intensity, right? Possibly confirmation with, I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background. Something being fixed, systems being cleaned out, systems that have been clogged being cleaned out, really releasing, right? We did get that in the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Wow. So in the recent past, you utilized your divine will to let go of fear, and now you're moving forward with an open mind. I mean, your consciousness is blasted open. This is beautiful. You may be going through an experience where it's a bit intense. It may feel, okay, where it was just really overwhelming, okay? But this is leading to your Kundalini rising, all right? And if we get into the sexual aspects of this and the reptilian mind being focused on mating and the primal things, survival, all of these things, it looks like you're stepping into having that bone structure, that grid, that skeletal spine, that support system from the divine aspects of lower and higher dimensional energies, okay? Kundalini rising. So something about rising, okay? I'm picking up a video game. I believe there's a video game in relation to that name. And the number 22, so divine mastery of balance, okay? With this Kundalini rising. There's some significance with that. So either the name that I'm saying, rising, okay? Something significant around that. That'll be a confirmation for someone. Either way, ignite your passions for life, okay? So your passions for life have been ignited now that you've been able to recognize yourself as this galactic healer, all right? Interdimensionally, not only ancestrally, not only in the practical sense, but really connecting with all aspects of you and what you are as a species, a human being, and more, right? This is beautiful energy, tribe. Ooh, this galactic healer. Beautiful energy. All right, tribe. And also astral travel, okay? So I'm being guided to mention to you, while you're traveling astrally to protect yourself, there's some caution needed around this, because as you've awakened, the imagery that I have coming to mind is the planet being completely dark. Okay, close your eyes and you might see darkness, right? And the planet being completely dark, and you've opened your eyes, and now that you're able to open your eyes and also your third eye, you've opened your mind, you're able to see in new capacities. And this can be quite overwhelming, right? I did mention you possibly going through this overwhelming energy depending on where you are in the frequency. Some of us have gone through hundreds of awakenings, very used to it. Some of us are going through the 100th new awakening, right? All about where you are in your conscious awareness and understanding, okay? Yeah, so when you are astral traveling, go ahead and align with the universe, Y-O-U verse. Align with yourself, okay? Internally and externally, all right? And I'm also picking up some form of key, all right? You may be, so something about your ancestors needing some tobacco, okay? Maybe your ancestors are requesting that you pay attention to them, give them something on your altar or some type of spiritual practice, embrace and step into that, all right? This will guide you and help you during these astral travels. Confirmation. Okay, so when you're dreaming and you have a dream, or you're awake in your dream and you're able to manipulate and make changes in that dream, be conscious and protect yourself. And something that's going to help you protect yourself in these travels is going to be allowing yourself to work with different practices of oils, energies. Okay, I'm also picking up the Voodoo Priest Man. Check him out. Go ahead. Check him out. He may have some good tips for you in relation to navigating these distractions. Okay, all of this energy that you now are able to see and witness that's happening all around you at once, okay? Okay, and astral travel. All right, really being able to cross through dimensions in this interconnected web of all of us. I'm picking up you're now gaining access to the Akashic records. All right, tribe, for now, I'm going to leave the reading there. If you would love more, go ahead and check out all the videos on the page. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. I love to see us growing. This is a part of my life's work, one of my passions, to help and share, to be, to create, okay? And inspire you and remind you of those gifts and capabilities, okay? Everyone has this spark and ability and capacity to inspire and change, okay? And grow. Click the link in the bio to check out all of my other products and services. Also, go ahead and check out the shorts. If you're not on YouTube, get over to YouTube, check out the links below, check out the shorts, and I will be seeing you all. All right? See you next time, tribe.